Myanmar is on the edge, and the spillover effect has big repercussions for India's strategic northeast region, especially Manipur and Mizoram. Thousands of refugees have already crossed into India since the fresh fighting began 2 weeks ago. India's worries are not just restricted to the huge refugee crisis though. But first, a quick look at what's happened so far. The last 2 weeks have seen a spike in fighting between Myanmar's ruling junta and rebel militias. To be clear, unrest was always there, but this is among the most intense fighting seen since the country's military overthrew the democratically elected government 2 years ago. At the helm of this latest uprising are three ethnic armies, or the Three Brotherhood Alliance, which launched a new offensive against the Myanmar junta on 27th October, or what they are calling Operation 2710. The fighting started in Myanmar's Shan state, bordering China. The rebel militias since then have overrun more than 135 military positions, seized large caches of weapons and ammunition, and taken control of key trade routes with China. Now, similar offensives are being played out in Chin state, in Kachin state, and in Sagaing region, all of which border India. So what are the implications for India? First, there is the brewing refugee crisis. Myanmar shares a 1,600-kilometer long border with 4 Indian states: Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Mizoram, and Manipur. Given the fighting and casualties on both sides, India faces the potential spillover of violence and an influx of refugees. The junta has declared martial law in many border towns. Thousands of civilians and even military personnel have already fled to Mizoram for refuge. So how is this impacting India's internal security? For one, there is the question of ethnic tensions being exacerbated. The Chin people of Myanmar have close cultural and ethnic ties to Kukis and Mizos on the Indian side of the border. Incidentally, Meitei militia groups are also said to be present in Myanmar with support from the ruling junta. Experts believe that expanded fighting and tensions in Myanmar could spill into India, which has seen bitter Kuki-Meitei clashes in Manipur in the recent past. At another level, the military setbacks suffered by the ruling junta also raise questions over its ability to control territory. Increased instability will not be in India's interest. And beyond security concerns, there are apprehensions about the flourishing illegal drugs and arms trade between India and Myanmar, which may get a boost by this instability.